What's up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Erin and I am a licensed insurance agent, both in life, accident and health and property and casualty insurance. If you are watching this video, you are most likely looking to get into the insurance industry. So today I will be breaking down pros and cons of being an insurance agent. I have worked in the insurance industry for almost 10 years and I have been licensed since 2016. I have also worked at 3 different agencies in a variety of different roles. So I do feel like I have the education and experience to be sharing these pros and cons with you. The first one I want to tackle are the hours, and I would say this is a pro and a con. Being an insurance agent or an insurance consultant or a sales executive, the hours are what you make of it. In my experience, as long as you are bringing in the numbers and making sales, then no one will be micromanaging you because you are obviously doing your own thing that is proving very successful. If you are someone that is glued to a desk from 9 to 5 and doing no networking or any outreach or engaging in your natural network, then your numbers are probably going to reflect that. If it is your first year in insurance, I would say be prepared to bust your ass. I don't care in what aspect of insurance, but you need to get out there, introduce yourself to everyone, introduce your agency to everyone, because without putting the time in to build that referral network and market yourself, you will not see the return coming in with referrals. It didn't matter if it was my first year in insurance or my first year at a new agency. I knew I had to regroup, rebrand, and get back in front of my referral partners to maybe introduce them to something new that my agency offers or something new that I'm doing or a different strategy. So be prepared for your first year to year and a half to really hit the ground running. Once you have established yourself in your role at your agency, you can definitely take a step back. You just spent the last year, year and a half to building those relationships. So now it is time to service the hell out of those clients. The busier I get with clients and referrals, the more I take a step back from my networking because obviously the clients are the most important thing. So again, the hours are a pro because they're very flexible where you can go days with no referrals coming in or no paperwork, but you can also be spending every single night networking. It really is about time management. So just make sure that you set a schedule and you stick to it so you do not get overwhelmed and burnt out. I would say one of my favorite aspects of the job is the independence. So it's definitely a pro for me. This will depend on how you are as a worker. I have never been someone that is great with being micromanaged. No matter what role I'm in, I know that I'm going to do it to the best of my capability. And if I had someone that was just like over my shoulder and wanting to do check-ins or wanting to see what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, that's just not for me. That makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. So if you are an insurance consultant that is not producing as much, then you're probably going to be more dependent on management. Another pro, which is huge because of the pandemic, is that I can work anywhere I want. Before the lockdown happened last March, I went into the office every day, whether that was just to see coworkers, check-in kind of thing. But since last March, I have only been into my office twice, and the second time was to clear it out. There's absolutely no reason for me to ever be in an office. As long as I have my laptop and my cell phone, I can get anything done. So whether you are someone that needs to be in office to get away from a crazy home life, I'm here alone with my dog, so for me it's really peaceful. Or maybe you're someone that likes to set up your workspace at a coffee shop and that way people are seeing you constantly. I definitely think those are huge benefits to being able to work anywhere in a sales capacity. I'm going to break education down into a pro and a con. The negative part of the education aspect is you can't just start selling insurance. If you want to be making commissions and selling insurance policies, then you are going to need to be licensed. This will entail you taking a crash course, reading a book, taking practice exams, and then taking an actual exam that has 2 different parts and passing in order to be a licensed insurance agent. There are CE courses that you need to take every year, every 2 years in order to maintain your license. So the education aspect is never going to end if you are an insurance role. It's not something that you learn and you forget about it, you achieved it. No, it's continuous for as long as you want to practice in insurance. The pro of education is when I get to educate my clients. I bet if you are watching this video right now and you are studying for your insurance license or deciding if you want to get into the insurance role, you probably don't even know what a deck page is, what dwelling coverage is, what your deductibles are, or who your insurance carrier even is. Insurance is something that pretty much everyone has but knows nothing about. So I take great pride in educating my clients and letting them know that I am properly insuring them or they have been extremely underinsured, and then explaining different endorsements in situations where you're going to need insurance, and if you don't have this, you're going to be very upset, and it's no one else's fault but yours for not finding out what you're paying for. I kind of touched upon this one with the hours, and networking is definitely a pro and a con. It was a really big negative for me when I first got into sales because I am someone that does get a lot of social anxiety. If I know I'm walking into a situation or a place where I know a lot of people, then it's almost like my ego grows. I'm so excited. I can't wait to say hi to everyone, entertain, be the people pleaser. But if I'm going somewhere where I really don't know a lot of people, I almost shrink back into myself. So networking was something that I just had to throw myself in. If you are a shy person, go with someone that is more experienced with networking or an experienced agent to kind of take you under their wing and mentor you. It can be really intimidating, but just remember, everyone started where you are, and it is completely necessary to do this job. The part of networking that I do love is the relationships that I have been able to build. The people that I work with day in and day out, I can truly say are my friends. We spend holidays together. We spend birthdays together. We do business together. In this industry, if you want to be successful, do not make it just professional. You really need to care about the other people. Keep in contact with them. That is the whole part of building out that referral network. My last pro is going to be income. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I have worked at 3 different agencies, and each agency did have a different pay structure. But at the end of the day, they all offered salary and they all paid commission. At my last agency, I was putting up the same numbers that I am at this agency, and I was making a third of the commission. So if you are looking into being an insurance consultant or you are trying to get into the insurance industry, make sure you interview your agency just as much as they're interviewing you. Do not stop with just one. You definitely want to see what is out there. There are some agencies that will not pay you on your renewals. I do not recommend working for them at all. That was your business that you brought in. You should be negotiating renewals and make sure that you are getting paid on maintaining that business at that agency. Also find out how much the agency is making per carrier and find out how much you will be making based off of that commission. But I do think it is extremely important to make sure you are making renewals and you are making, if not an average, but an above average commission per policy that you are bringing in and maintaining for that agency. Salary is pretty standard no matter what insurance agency you work for. I will leave a link down in the description box for you guys, and that will help you figure out how much you should be asking for based on your work experience, education, where you live, what your job role will entail. So don't lowball yourself, demand the most, negotiate, come to an agreement, but do not settle. That's going to be it for my insurance pros and cons. I hope this video was helpful. If you feel like I missed anything or you want me to elaborate a little bit more, you can DM me on Instagram at Erin Heartbreak, or you can leave me a comment on this video and I will get back to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more insurance content.